Okay, and then somebody else by the name of Kelly. I don't know who did that. That's been circulating, so I don't know who did that one. But she contacted the cryonics lab as well, Alcor, and asked them. And he says, he said, I contacted Alcor about Michael Jackson's interest in cryonics. Here is their response back to me. I have no idea what his interest in cryonics was. Perhaps he thought about it at one time. Yeah, because we know that Michael, I showed you guys in a live too, all the cryonics articles that came out soon after Michael Jackson had passed away, and well, was announced dead by his brother, not passed away, announced dead by his brother, right? And it says refrigeration in an autopsy report would most likely mean that he was being kept cool in a refrigerated morgue, not that he was a cryonics patient. He would have been taken immediately upon death, and no autopsy would have been done if he was a cryonics patient. Have a great day. And this was from an administrator at Alcor. So, thank you, Kelly, very much for that. Yeah, so Michael, I showed you guys in a live too. Please watch a live too, Michael Jackson, The Great Escape. All these cryonics, these articles regarding Michael and cryonics. So we know that that dead body did not become a cryonics patient because you can't do an autopsy because you can't, autopsy, you've taken out organs, you're cutting it up, taking out organs, and you weighing it and coming back, and you've taken an autopsy, which means you're taking a piece of it out to be biopsied and all this other stuff, right? So we know that that dead body was not autopsied, but unclaimed bodies, they are cremated. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff going on, okay? I'm going to put some more stuff in a live 4, okay? But I wanted you guys to, I just kind of wanted to go over that stuff with you, how well cryonics just matches. And it wasn't a coincidence that when Michael Jackson was announced dead by his brother wearing a shirt that said living as king, while he says, my brother, the king of pop, the legendary king of pop, right? Announced it, and then I do it, it's so good, just watch it. Haters, watch it. You might not be mad at me anymore. Just watch it. You won't be mad at me. Because what is so horrible about Michael Jackson being alive? God. And what's so horrible about Michael Jackson being, or odd, or weird, or strange about Michael Jackson hanging around the fan base? Because if there's no proof he's dead, he's got to be somebody, right? He's got to be alive, and he's got to be somebody. And where else would he hang and feel comfortable and feel loved and feel important but online, where you can be anybody you want to be, okay, and being amongst his most dedicated fans and leaving so many clues, right? So that brings me to something else that I want to talk to you guys about. There was a domain, okay? The estate had sued this popcorn company for King of Pop, okay, for using their name King of Pop. Now there is, if anybody from the state is listening, there is another company called King of Pops with an S, and it's a popsicle company, okay? But anyway, they sued them because they're like, we own this domain, King of Pop. I don't think they own it with an S though, but they own King of Pop, that trademark. They didn't own the domain, they owned the trademark. So with owning the trademark to the King of Pop, I'm going somewhere with this, okay? It took them, they settled a few years ago, but it took a while for the company to, their stationery, their marketing campaigns, everything to switch it out of being named the King of Pop, because the estate won the lawsuit because they owned the trademark, okay? So I'm just going to show this to you guys real quick. So, this was the article. Estate owns domain name 2 years after entering into a settlement agreement with the popcorn seller. Okay, so this is a new article, and it says the estate of Michael Jackson now owns kingofpop.com. And if you go to kingofpop.com, it transfers you right to michaeljackson.com. Okay, now I'm going somewhere with this, guys. I am going somewhere with this. Okay, so we know that if you own a trademark to something, you can own the domain to something, right? So that brings me to my pal, Peter Michael Bobby. That brings me to my pal, Peter Michael Bobby. But before we go to that part, Peter Michael Bobby part, we are going to look at some domains that the estate owns, okay? All right. So this is a list of domains that the estate owns. Not all of them. I wish I would have saved them because they're alphabetical. Okay. This is, and I think I saved this a few years ago, probably sometime around 2017. I saved this because I don't, or let's see, are there any domains registered 2018? I think there is one, so maybe I saved this in 2018 because I think there was one that was registered, 2018, okay, because there is a domain right here that is registered 2018. So I saved this in 2018. So let's look up the name Michael Joe Jackson and Michael Joseph Jackson. Okay, and please guys, if you don't know that Michael's name is Michael Joe Jackson, oh my God, oh my God. I mean, you're way behind because that one has been proven beyond a shadow of a doubt that his name is Michael Joe Jackson. There's been no name change, and that was his name. Okay, so here's Michael Joseph Jackson and Michael Joe Jackson, okay? Here's Michael J. Jackson, Michael Joe Jackson, the movie. What is that? That was registered August 9th, 2017. Okay, and then we have michaeljosephjackson.biz, michaeljosephjackson.com, michaeljosephjackson.net, michaeljosephjackson.org. Okay, so why were these registered? Just the oldest one is registered May. Okay, May 2009. Right before the death announcement, May 10th, Michael Joseph Jackson, May 10th. And then underneath those, it was another one was registered August 24, 2013, and then another one 12/24/2009, right? So he didn't really become Michael Joseph Jackson any real name, in any real way until near the death announcement, right? Because they knew that that's where I will conclude they knew that they were using the name game. Just like the song by Barry Gibb and Michael Jackson, it's all in the name, it's all in the game. Okay? Watch my Alive trilogy so that you can keep up with stuff. So, you know what I didn't look up? God, you just can't think of everything when you're researching. So I'm getting ready to look up something else right now before I get into my friend Peter Michael Bobby. Okay? So let's look. So, let's look up and see who owns michaeljoejackson.com. Okay? michaeljoejackson.com. Okay, Michael. I haven't looked it up, guys. I swear. I didn't look it up. I'm looking it up for the first time with you guys right now. Okay? Let's see. Ooh, let's see who owns it. Let's see. Okay. It's unavailable. It's unavailable. And some company. I think it's one of these companies. I'm gonna show you guys. Okay. It was registered 12/19/2003. Okay, that somebody decided. Let me make sure I spelled it right. michaeljoejackson.com. So it was registered 12/19/2003, and I think this Big Zigs is like one of these secret companies. Big Zigs. We're going to see who that is. I think where they don't want to tell you the real information about who owns it, right? But I bet you, okay? I bet you the estate owns it. I bet you Michael owns it under another name, a secret name, okay? Because it's been owned and somebody has been keeping that up since 2003. So we're talking about nearly 16 years. Somebody has made sure that, maybe I did look it up, 11/17/2018. Maybe I did look it up, and I didn't find anything. So let's Google and see who Big Zigs is. I think it's just like name cheap, I don't think it means it's, Big Zigs. Let's see what that is. No, I want to know Big Zig. Big Zigs. What the heck? Big Zigs. I don't know. It's not coming up right. Big Zigs. Big Zig. Did I get that right? Did I get the name Big Zig right? Let me see. Who is, oh, that's what I'm going to get to in a little while. I knew I didn't want to show you guys everything, but it was Big Zig. So we can look that up later, okay? We can look up Big Zig later, okay? Let's see. Okay, so I went ahead and I own Michael Jackson Neverlandkingdom, okay? So there's a big backstory. So we know that Michael owns all these domains and also MichaelJacksonDeathHoax.com, which was one that I own too. Where's Michael Jackson Death Hoax? Where is it .com? Where is the one that I own? MichaelJacksonDeathHoax.com. Where is it? Michael Jackson Deathhoax.com. See the movie. See, they had planned something. Michael Jackson the movie. So maybe they'll call me and they'll want to do a Prisoner of Fame movie, because we need to see Michael in a different light. You know, all the Michael Jackson movies are like regurgitating all the same old information. That if you're there it is, MichaelJacksonDeathHoax.com. Remember, you guys? I used to own it, and then Michael snagged it when I didn't own it anymore. Okay, and Michael Jackson Neverlandkingdom, I own that domain. Okay. Michael Jackson, okay, here before we get there, Michael Jackson Neverland Ranch. This was Peter's old, one of his Pal Talk rooms, and he went by Michael, M-I-C-H-A-E-I Jackson, but if you do a capital I, it looks like an L, but it was, he created that room May 26, 2013, and he Michael Jackson, the estate bought that domain 9/28/2013. Okay, so a lot of, just a lot of weird stuff goes on. And then here he is with a page where he says he invited me to like Michael Jackson Neverlandkingdom, and I believe that was in 2014. Okay, in 2014 he invited me because there was a Michael Jackson Neverlandkingdom. Well, I believe somebody, secret Peter Michael Bobby, owns Neverlandkingdom, the trademark. We're going to go ahead and make this full screen, and I want you guys to hear something. Here's my camera.
And I'm not Michael Jackson. Don't think I'm Michael Jackson, because I'm not.
Okay, let's play it again.
And I'm not Michael Jackson. Don't think I'm Michael Jackson, because I'm not.
One more time.
And I'm not Michael Jackson. Don't think I'm Michael Jackson, because I'm not.
Okay, so let's turn the camera around. So that was on the Michael Jackson behind-the-scenes footage that Peter released. He's the first person that I ever saw release that years ago, that for a ghost. And that was Michael Jackson. That was Michael Jackson in disguise. And that was in the mid-90s. Okay? So we're talking about fast forward 20 years later. Imagine the advancements in technology, where you don't have to put on a full-on mask. You can use prosthetics. You can do all kinds of different nose. You can put something in your mouth to give you a wider cheekbone. You can put palettes in your mouth to change the diction and the way that you talk. So Michael is a master of disguise, okay, and decoys, okay. So anybody that okay, okay, well, I'll have to get to people later. All right. So there was there was controversy where, some people that had a website with him, they fell out, lots of them, and a woman ended up with the website. One of the women ended up owning the website. He said they stole it from him, the Neverlandkingdom website. Okay. So let me turn my camera around. So I did a little research on Neverland Kingdom, right? Because I believe he owns the domain Neverland Kingdom. Okay, so when I go to www.neverlandkingdom, sorry, it's gone. It's just gone. Now this person swore to God that she would never sell the website, and she would have this website forever and ever and all this other stuff. But now it is gone because I believe that he knew. I'm gonna turn my camera around. I believe that because I told him, I said, I think Neverland Kingdom is up for sale. You know, I think it's available. He said, well, I'm not worried about getting the domain. I don't want the domain. This was like within months ago. He said, I'm not worried about getting the domain. I don't want the domain. Right? And I was like, really? You don't want the domain after you've been complaining about Neverland Kingdom and how, you know, they stole it from you and how you want it back and, you know, and all that. He says, no, because I own the trademark, so I'm not worried about it. Brings me to Kingofpop.com and the lawsuit that was already settled. So he was very confident in what he was doing. Is that because he won that lawsuit with the estate, with the Kingofpop.com? So he already knew the laws, he already knew the rules, the presidents had all that stuff already set? Because Neverlandkingdom.com is just gone. That website is gone. But the Facebook page is still up. The Facebook page is still up. Okay? So, I'm not sure if he's made the rounds on all that yet or if it's going through the system right now. But I want to turn this back around too and show you guys something. Okay. So, this says the page was founded in 2003. Okay, in 2003 that this page was founded, but the @ word is @MJJNK. So sometimes, you know, just like there's certain websites and certain Twitter names that have the same name, but if you look at their @ which is their real official name for whatever page or website that, or whatever page or account that is, I think this is the real name, the MJJNK. Okay, so anybody could use, you know, this, I suppose, as long as he doesn't fuss about it. Okay, but he says it founded in 2003, right? December 13th with, oh, that's little Ruby's birthday, my grandbaby Ruby's birthday. Okay, and as a matter of fact, she was born in 2012. She was born in 2012, December 13th, 12. Okay, so I got to turn the camera around because I don't want to accidentally show some stuff I don't want to show. Okay, and so we got that. Now remember, keep in mind, he said that he started that account. Let me close this stuff. I'm going through some stuff. I have so much stuff. All right, I already showed you guys this. Okay. And I know I'm going to be going all over the place with this because it's not quite as organized as I'd like it to be. But you guys know when I do documentaries and I do movies, I'm as organized as I can be, right? So this was another one, Neverland Ranch, okay, and I just showed you guys that the estate owns Michael Jackson Neverland Ranch. But Neverlandranch.com is owned by Tom Barak's company, Colony Capital, okay? But it says the domain was started 3/13/2000. But we know that Michael did not join forces with Colony Capital until 2008. Until 2008. So I guess if you just legally transfer it and you don't change, I don't know, you know, because I know that Colony Capital did not own the name Neverland Ranch in in the year 2000. That they joined forces with Michael in 2008. So whatever happened in between those years, they just switched the name, but they didn't stop the registration, did not have to start all over again. So that could be something contractual. That is, okay? I don't want you guys to see things on my computer, so I got to keep turning the camera around. You got to keep looking, got to keep, all right. So here is, all right, so let me go back. So Michael Jackson, Neverlandkingdom. I bought this for him, okay? I don't know how to transfer it to him, but I bought Michael Jackson, Neverlandkingdom for Peter. I own Michael Jackson, Neverlandkingdom. Okay, that's me. And I bought it for him, so it's here. Whenever he wants it, he can have it, okay? But how do I transfer it to the name of Michael Jackson, or transfer it to the name of you don't want me to transfer it to the name of Bobby Anderson, right? Because I believe Bobby Anderson is a decoy, okay? That means it's a completely different person, a decoy, a disguise, a mask, a front. It's somebody else. So he doesn't want me, so I haven't been able to give it to him, but I own it for another 6 months, 5-6 months. So it's here for you, and then I'm going to renew it, but he can have it if he wants it, okay? So I bought that Neverlandkingdom, Michael Jackson Neverlandkingdom for him. I bought it in 2017 because it became available. I got to turn my camera around. All right, because I got so much saved that I can't. Oh, and then here is Neverlandkingdom, because I think that Big Zigs is the same as, like, Who Is Guard Protected. It's one of those companies, I think. But here's Neverlandkingdom. Okay, just without the Michael Jackson, Neverlandkingdom. So this domain was registered 1/6/2014. So the reason why I brought that up is that if it's contractual, you don't have to start a new registration date. Okay, because something's going on with Neverlandkingdom that I think follows the way that the Kingofpop.com happened. Okay, and Tom Barak happened with Colony Capital, where it didn't change, even though he owns that domain, Tom Barak, Colony Capital, it didn't start a new date on 2008. It stayed at the year 2000 because it's something that's done contractually. Okay, and then you can probably just have a name change put in this. So we don't know who owns Neverlandkingdom. Name cheat. We don't know who owns Neverlandkingdom.com right now. Okay, we don't know who owns it. But I have a feeling it's Peter Michael Bobby who owns it. But it's secret, so you don't know. All right, let me turn the camera around so I don't make a mistake and show something that's on my desktop by accident. Okay, so, all right, so at least I got all that done. All right, I got more stuff saved for you guys. All right, so let's go back to this stuff. Okay, I showed suspended. Okay, now remember, you know, the reason why I have a hard time believing that he is Bobby Anderson, and the reason why I believe Bobby Anderson is a decoy, okay, that Michael uses, because if you're going to fake your death, and Michael's the king of aliases, disguises, we know this, Watch Alive 2, oh my God, you know, so if he was so into disguises, even Paris, Prince, and Blanket wore a disguise when they went out. They wore masks. They covered up who they were. So Michael's the king of that. He does it all the time. So when you decide you're going to fake your death and you do an elaborate plan, you got to be somebody. And Michael, knowing that he needs to be somebody that's real, you just kind of, you know, maybe hire a family, or maybe it's a cousin of a cousin, or something, or maybe, you know, I don't know. But here's one of the big, huge reasons why I have a hard time believing that he is Bobby Anderson. And this is something that's out there, that he knows is out there, that has been posted all around, the haters posted, but I'm going to post it, but I got a real reason why I'm going to show you, okay? Bobby Anderson's mother supposedly died in 2004. Okay, I'm not going to show her face. She supposedly died in 2004. Okay, turn the camera around. See that? All right. So I'm going to close this now, and then I'm going to show you guys something that I have saved. And let me shut some of these. Let me close some of these. Where is it? Oh no, where is it? I know I didn't lose it. I think I already showed you guys. Hold on, let me see if I have it somewhere else. I got to shut all these windows because it gets kind of complicated. You know, everything gets a little bit complicated. So you have to have so much information. Oh, here we go. I found it. Okay. So I'm gonna turn my camera around. Okay. Here it is. Okay. Let me show you guys. Okay. So this is something that I had saved. I captured this picture March 14, 2015. Okay. This is the picture that relates to these details. Okay. And this is from Peter Midani before his Facebook got closed, and I believe it's a Facebook. He says, well, Neverlandkingdom, I came up with the site almost 20 years ago. I was working on the website the day my mother passed away, right? So, 20 years ago, right? So if we were to go minus 20 years from 2015, we're talking about 1995. 1995, keep that in mind, okay? 1995. 20 years ago, I just showed you the photo where his mother was supposed to have died in 2004. So that's 11 years ago, right? So, matter of fact, not quite 11 because I believe it was April, and this is, well, it's close enough. 10 years, 11 months, if my math is right. So how do you get, your mother died 20 years, how are you off by 10 years? How are you off by 10 years? This is why I have a hard time. And then when I asked him, how did your mom die? He never would tell me. He'd never tell me. He just wouldn't tell me, you know. And if, you know, because when you're talking to him on the phone, you got to play like, you know, he's Bobby Anderson. No, not like he's Bobby Anderson, but like he's not Michael, okay? Like he's Peter Midani, whoever that is, okay? So, I just wanted to show you guys that doesn't make any sense. So that's why I have a hard time believing, because certain things you don't get off by 10 years. You're not off by 10 years. Right? 9 years. You're not off by 9 years. So I got to turn my camera around. So that's another reason why I have a hard time believing that he's really Bobby Anderson, and Bobby Anderson is a front for Michael Jackson. Plus, you got to watch Alive 3, a whole bunch of other stuff that he says is just a coincidence, right? Okay. Now he became I'll tell you guys a story. The pre-Bobby Anderson, because this makes a lot of people really, really mad. Okay, really mad, and I don't know why, because he's a great guy. And he shares wonderful pictures, and he does Michael singing, and he does, you know, he shows us rare things, and he makes magic happen. Why would anybody hate him? You know, he is easy to feel. He's shy, okay? And I got something that I'm going to read to you guys, too, okay? Voice, singing, connection to the family. Okay. So this is pre-Bobby Anderson, okay, before I knew exactly who Bobby Anderson was. I had heard the first week he called me, which was in January 2012, and somebody sent me that weird picture of, it looked like a mask, of somebody named Beander. I didn't know who that was, okay. But 2013, I told him, I said, I want you to do something to let me know that you are Michael Jackson, that you cannot take back, okay? Because he plays the yes I am, no I'm not game, right? He plays he does yes I am, but he says no I'm not, okay? Right? So you know, anyway. So that is the night that I met LaToya at the Polo Lounge restaurant. That's what he did for me, because I had asked him to do something that you can never take back. And me meeting LaToya and him knowing that I was going to that restaurant, knowing that I'm going to that restaurant, LaToya living 5 minutes away from that restaurant, him knowing that even me and Sue been there before, and me and my friend, I was taking her there for her birthday, and I made a big deal out of taking her out for 2 weeks. And he said, "Oh, you sound like you going out to try to catch something." So it was a big deal. It was a big deal. We would talk about it all the time. Okay? So that's when I met LaToya. Soon after that, we got the video resume in 2013. We got, you know, other people popping up from the past, from 2000 into 2013, all for his ego to say, I can undo anything I want to undo. Okay? That's where that came from. And when I was close to him, I got a lot of death hoax clues. When we were having a falling out and he was trying to separate himself, that's when the death hoax clues stopped. Okay? So his behavior as Peter Michael Bobby matches the behavior of all the clues and all the interactions. Yeah, that too. That too. Okay, so let's keep going. I want to show you guys more stuff, okay? More stuff that I have saved. And here is something that he wrote about himself, okay? This is him, okay, 56. So this was in 2014, I believe. He says, "Hi, I am Peter Pan PYT. I'm the owner and co-founder of Jackson Empire," before he had to change it because they fell out and he had to find new domains, and it was just a mess, and I had nothing to do with that. I had bowed out and said, "You guys do your thing. I don't have time for the drama," and I bowed out and they imploded, okay? He says, "My legacy, my heart, my soul, Jackson Empire words can't express a proper description of the kind of person that I am. So try to get to know me, the man behind the mask." If you're just Bobby Anderson, why you got to be behind the mask? Just be Bobby Anderson, for goodness sakes, okay? No one has ever showed that says they know that he's Bobby Anderson. Where is their picture with him? Where is that picture? Where is a picture of them webcamming or any kind of interaction with the Bobby Anderson from the past? Where is that? It doesn't exist, okay? He says, "I am not sure how others see or perceive me, so I am going to do my best to help you understand me to the best of my ability with the information I have on myself and the information others have given me. I have been told by my fair share of people that I am a kind person, cool and understanding. Take your pick. I do not disagree with these opinions, but these titles come certain stereotypes as well. I am painfully shy when it comes to talking for the first time, as you may read this. Know that I am a gentle and spiritual and trustworthy friend to the end." Okay? So he wrote that. And I believe this was, let me do my, I believe this was 2000, yeah, I saved this November 2014. He wrote that, okay? So he's shy like Michael too, and he clears his throat like Michael, and he does because I was saying, he does that too. You know, how you talk and laugh, he does that too. You know, if you listen to Michael, and he'll say, "I was talking to that," and he'll talk and laugh at the same time. And that's something you can't hide. And Peter Michael Bobby does that too. Okay, so watch Alive 3, guys, okay? I'm going to play another part for you guys where, you know, all this problem about, you know, Pearl is mine, Peter's Michael, she knows it, and she's running a fraud and all this other stuff. I'm giving you guys real reasons why I'm just not going for the okie doke, because of everything predicting the sale of Neverland, the hologram, the prediction of the album 2 years to the day, Miss Jane Pittman coming to see me in a mask, and the hug, and the 777 and the birthdays and all that other stuff. But before I play this video, I want to show you guys something else that I have saved for you. Okay, here it is. It's a collage. Okay, so one person said they've known him since 1995. Okay, so if he was born December 1982, he would have been 11, 12 years old. 11 or 12 years old, really? That you know, and there were several people that hung out in this chat room, not just one person, several people that supposedly hung out in this chat room. Okay, but we don't have any proof of that except for a saved screenshot that I'll show you. I won't show you. A saved screenshot where he says that he's telling people in 2010, before I knew him, that he was not Michael Jackson. Okay, so if he was born, let me show you the different birthdays, and this is why I have a hard time. His birthday is supposed to be December 3rd, 1981, or July 1980. Okay, and then that or December 4th, 1982. Okay, and I showed you guys already. See, December 1982. Okay, so we have 1980, 81, 82 are supposed to be his birthdays, right? And then we have the great. This was right before this happened. December 4th, 1982. This came out months before the Peter Pan Live on the same day, and his name is Peter Pan, and it's between December 4th and August 29th, Michael's birthday, is 7 months, 7 weeks, 7 days. That too? So this is why I have a hard time believing that this one guy that's supposed to live in the basement of his sister's house is not Michael Jackson. And more stuff. Watch Alive 3. I can't remember everything. Okay? All right? And then the next year, we have The Wiz. When his birthday is supposed to be December 3rd, the next year we have The Wiz, which was Michael's first major movie that he was in, where he played the Scarecrow behind the mask in The Wiz. How is that just a coincidence? How is that just a coincidence? Okay? So, I just want you guys to know. And then, I have this saved, right? This picture, I have it saved from 6/27/2014, right? So, he had already set it up for December 4th. See, this came out first. And then the birthday came, and then lo and behold, there's the Peter Pan. So he set us up. It was a setup. And this is from the video resume that was released first. So age 31, so that would have made it 2013. That this video resume. So in 2013 is when we started getting, early 2013, all the Bobby Anderson stuff. It was a setup. So when Michael Jackson decided that he was going to fake his death, he had to be somebody. And if anybody came looking for him and he wanted to hide, there could be a real person there. It could be a real person there. Okay? Now, I say this in my Alive trilogy of Michael Jackson documentaries. I say this in Alive 3. Okay, I'm going to turn the camera around. I'm going to play you a part of Alive 3 so people don't have to get all mad and be all pissed off and want to hate people and call them all kind of names and just stalk you and, you know, because I'm not taking it anymore. Okay? I mean it. Okay, because the lies and the character assassination is really something people can get sued with, because I have plenty of it. Plenty of straight out lies that you cannot prove that is true. Like the gag order was put on me before Michael put a gag order on me. You can't put a gag order on somebody if there's no court case. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Why would he put a gag order on me when I have the documentary about his innocence? Or he called me the crazy lady. How would you know? Why would he call somebody that was there for him in his darkest hour the crazy lady? It's just utterly ridiculous. Utterly, utterly, utterly ridiculous. Utterly ridiculous. Okay? There's several haters. There's not just one hater. There's several of them. So I'm not talking about one person. I'm talking about several people. Like a conspiracy, a gang of people. Okay? So here is what I produced and released January 15, 2017. I'm going to turn this around. It's a part of a Live 3. Michael Jackson as. I just finished So For Gold from Ashes before that.
It seems a common theme or a way for Michael Jackson to have plausible deniability if he is ever exposed is to be more than one character. Michael's characters seem to be real people that Michael Jackson had created doubles of. Just like there are doubles of Michael Jackson, he probably thought, why not make doubles of other people? And I can pretend to be those other people. We see this with the controversy about Michael being Dave on Larry King Live on September 3rd, 2009, which was the burial date. And we know that there is a real person named Dave. Now let's compare the shoulders. It's as if the Dave on Larry King Live had a prosthesis connected to his shoulders so that his hands could look just like the real Dave's. Also, there's a noticeable difference in the way each of them speak.
And there were all these Paul McCartney records, all over The Girl's Mine, and, you know, this and that.
I'm about to drop some records here on YouTube. Y'all be recognizing because I'll be socializing with your mother.
I think we're all human beings, and we all have different emotions and different feelings.
Plus, the real Dave knows about this controversy, and he has not spoken out against the dozens of death hoax videos that claims that he is really Michael Jackson in disguise on Larry King Live. Also with Bobby Anderson, who could very well be a real person as well.
Hear that?
But Michael uses Bobby Anderson as some type of front. Then there's Frontback777 on Twitter, who I don't believe is Michael at all, but lots of fans do. But I discovered that he's really a fan named Paul Bergman. You can see the matching face structures here. And since Frontback777 has a much narrower face than Michael Jackson, it's impossible to put on a mask and make your face smaller. Then there's Dr. A.J. Barth.
Okay, so that's Jack Crooner, okay? So let me turn my camera around so I don't make a mistake and show something I'm not supposed to show. Okay, so there you go, okay? So, so we continue with our investigation, right? We continue investigating, and I continue to clear my name and to let you guys know that I'm not full of poo-poo, that there are real things. Now, on this, I'm going to go back just a little tiny bit, and I'm going to show you, I'm going to turn the camera around, and I'm going to, oh, that's not a really good, I think I had a still shot of that. Let's see. Let's see if I can pull it closer while you guys are waiting. Let me
controversy about Michael being Dave on Larry.
Okay, let me put this closer and let this keep playing, because I want to show you guys something, okay? And because I say that he could be a real person, okay? That he can be a real person. And the naysayers, or I call them haters because they're so mean and vicious to me, that's what a hater is, that their real reason is they learn the other side of the story. They might be happy, you know, if you learn the other side of the story. Michael could be playing he's anybody for as long as the internet existed. Because being Michael Jackson gets in the way of real friendship or people's authenticity, because you want to impress Michael Jackson. You don't want to say the wrong thing. Michael always said he had a hard time with people being their true selves around him. So I'm sure when the internet first became where you can hide who you were, I bet he had the first internet whatever, okay, and he loved it. He just loved it. Okay, here we go. Okay, okay. All right, I'm going to turn my camera around. I want to show you what I wrote here, okay. This is a part of Alive 3, okay, and I said, is this Peter Midani, Michael Jackson behind the mask, or just Bobby Anderson from South Carolina? Okay, so I put this here so everybody doesn't have to get mad. We are figuring it out. But I can't tell everything that I know in over 1,000 hours of conversation. I can't, you know, go through everything. But this is why I believe. You do not. I repeat, nobody has to believe what I believe. But I'm allowed to tell my story in my documentary that is 100% the truth. That is 100% the truth. And that's when this whole thing about undoing him setting me up to meet LaToya at the Polo Lounge, that's when I got the email. Okay, from Michael Jackson at michaeljackson.com. And they say, oh, that email's fake. Well, every email in the whole wide world can be fake under that same circumstance. Okay, so prove to me it's fake. You can't. Because there is a domain, michaeljackson.com, that's owned by the estate. So why wouldn't there be, Michael have his own, as soon as they registered the domain, they'll give it to him, Michael Jackson, michaeljackson.com. Of course they're going to give him that domain, that email address, of course. And will a clerk or a subcontractor or anybody at the estate know that? No, that would be a top-notch secret. And I already showed you guys a video where when I sent a reply to Michael Jackson at michaeljackson.com, it did not bounce back. It did not bounce back. Other fans that tried to do it, it bounced back because he gave me permission to tell everybody. It bounced back. Watch Alive 3. And there's another video in which I show you guys the 9 minutes where it never bounced back, where I recorded it, where that did not bounce back, okay? And I said, well, why did mine not bounce back and everybody else's bounced back? He said, because it was permission-based. That since he emailed me, then the gateway is open for me to email him back from that. If it was fake and nobody owned it, it would have been kicked back and returned undeliverable at that time. And it wasn't at that time. And I got video proof of that. You guys don't want to sit through 9 minutes of that. But I think I made a video of it, you know, somewhere. And maybe I'll try to find the video link and put it in the description down here so that you guys can watch the 9 minutes of that. But there's real reasons. And we don't need to be hateful or mean or cruel or vicious or hate each other because of a difference of opinion. You know, I have real reasons why I believe what I believe, okay? And they're not stupid, and they're not dumb, and they're not mean, and they're not vicious, and they're not cruel, and they're not, you know, whatever, okay? Now, he's gone around since so many people have been mad at him, and he can't say, hey, I'm Michael Jackson, you know, the one that faked his death. I can't say that. But we can kind of figure it out because it's been 10 years since the death announcement, and homeboy don't have ID, okay? If he's Bobby Anderson, he just would be Bobby Anderson and he would just have ID. And I showed you guys that you can register LLCs in a fake name. Rich people do it all the time, called shell companies, okay? And they can be in a different name, okay? And if he has ID to open up an LLC, well then why isn't he showing that ID to Twitter or to Facebook to get his accounts back? Instead of writing a 19-page something to the U.S. passport company to say, I have a right to privacy, I deserve a passport, please give it to me because of penal code and section and, you know, this precedence with this law and all this other stuff. Michael doesn't have legal ID anymore. Passports expire in 10 years. Yeah, that too. That too. So there's real reasons, guys. There's real reasons why I believe, you don't have to believe what I believe, why I believe that he's Michael Jackson, okay? Why I believe it, okay? So we're going to move on to, and then he went on all his accounts, and he told people that he's not Michael Jackson. This is his current Instagram right now. And he says, I am not Michael Jackson. I mean, what more do you want? He says, I am not Michael Jackson. Okay? Peter Midani. He says, I am not Michael Jackson. Let me turn my camera around. But he's been saying that since before I knew him. Okay? Since before I knew him. Okay? Since 2010. Okay? Since 2010 he's been saying that. Let's see what else I have. Here it is right here. I'm going to turn my camera around. Okay, 2010. I am Peter Pan. Okay, May 24, 2010. This is before I knew him. So people have been thinking he's Michael Jackson for a long time. And I think he says, I am not Michael Jackson. This is not Michael Jackson MySpace page. I did not make this up. I just investigated it. So all the haters, if you just listen to my side and my story, and not fall for decoys and the obvious. Isn't that funny? Today's 71. You know, and then, oh my God, look at that, 17. 10, oh no, that's 24. That's 24. I was going to say, that's something else. Okay, but, and then there's the 21 there, but 7, 7, 7, okay. I just saved it. I didn't know what that meant. I just saved it when I saved it. Okay? But this is 2010, before I got to know him. So I did not make up that he is Michael Jackson. It was not my creation. It's not my creation. I just investigated it. Okay, let me turn the camera around. And let's see what else I have saved for you guys. Let's see if I went through everything. Okay? Let's see if I went through everything. Here's an old Facebook page of his from 2016. Turn my camera around. Okay, where he says that I am not Michael Jackson. Okay? So give him a break and give me a break. Gosh, I hope I'm reaching him, but I have a feeling it's too much fun dogging me out. And get up, go to bed, think about it, post this, lie this, and, you know, it's all day, every day. You know, and it's a conspiracy. And conspiracies to destroy somebody's business is a crime. Okay? It is against the law to do that. You can be brought up on charges, civilly and criminally, for stalking. Okay? And harassment. Okay, and cyberbullying. There's crimes there's laws against that stuff. So I'm asking you haters to stop doing it. And just like if you put these bad reviews on Amazon, they're the richest company in the world. You're messing with their money too. Okay, you're trying to destroy their profitability because they get a piece of everything that I sell. They get a piece of that. Okay, so be careful, guys. Be careful what you do, because I'm watching and I'm taking notes, because I'm an investigative journalist and I'm watching me. I'm watching what's being said about me. I'm not stalking who these people are in your life and how many kids you have and where you live, and I'm not investigating you as a person. I'm investigating and I am looking at what's being said about me. So I'm investigating myself. So anybody out there, if you see hateful, threatening, just lies, please send them to me. About me. Please send them to me. Okay? Please send them to me. At pearljr@michaeljacksoninsider.com. Okay, let's see if I have some more stuff saved. Okay, because I have a lot of stuff saved. I always have a lot of stuff saved. I think I went through everything. Oh my God. I think I went through everything. Oh, and I want to show you guys something. Oh man, I closed that window, but let me open it back up. And let's go back to it. And I'm waiting for my all right, so we have some good news. Okay. All right, so I'm going to show you this. I'm so proud of this because I went and saw somebody famous speak the other night, and they said when you get 50 people to comment, even though I've gotten, thousands of comments on my videos, but this is on my product, and I'm really, really proud of this, okay? Even with the few hater comments that are out there, because one person was a hater and she put the same hating comment on several of my products, okay, just to be hateful. And then another person, before I even had a chance to mail one of my products out, said it was a scam or whatever. And you didn't even get it because I hadn't mailed out any DVDs at that time because it had just been up for like a day. Okay, so I'm very proud of this. I want to show you guys. See this, the Alive Trilogy? 50, I got 5 stars. 50, because the person who I went to see said when you get 50 reviews of your product, then you've done something. You've gotten a slice of what the public thinks. So thank you so much, guys. So thank you so much. And I've already alerted Amazon to what's going on and given them names of people, and they are up on it because they deleted. And believe me, Amazon don't delete nothing. Woo, you got to go through a lot of channels, to get things deleted. But that comment was so horrible that they were like, oh, we got to get rid of that. We got to do that. We got to get rid of that. So, and also, I want to show you guys something else, that if you go to Amazon Prime, if you do Amazon Prime, and there is something else that's special about Amazon Prime, A Prisoner of Fame, that's different than Vimeo, it is closed caption. Let me turn this around. All right, it's closed caption. Okay, so if you guys need to read what it says, I had to add in text where you could read what is being said in A Prisoner of Fame and in Alive 2 and in Alive 3. Only on Amazon you can watch it with closed caption. Okay, there's closed caption on it. Where does it say closed caption? But it is closed caption because, see there it is. CC, English CC, subtitles. Okay, the subtitles are there, but they're not on Vimeo. They're not on Vimeo. They are only on the Amazon Prime. Okay, so it's closed caption. And let's see, and it's only the U.S. and the UK that you can watch it. Vimeo is worldwide. Vimeo is all over the world. And I think that I went over everything. Gosh, it gets kind of complicated, doesn't it? And then, you know what I do? I'd listen to it back. I'd listen to it, and then I'd be like, oh, I misspoke here. Oh, I made a little boo-boo here. And I try to correct those things, okay? So, so anyway, guys, just to let you know that I'm up on it, and we're moving right along, and hopefully the DVD will be out soon, and we're on Amazon Prime, and I am forging ahead, hopefully to be on more platforms, hopefully, and I thank everyone for their wonderful reviews. Everybody that has watched A Prisoner of Fame on Vimeo has given such positive, wonderful feedback. I mean, just such positive, wonderful, wonderful feedback, and I appreciate it because, it's not easy. Oh, okay, finally I hit something, yay! I hit a threshold today, okay, a big threshold, okay. So, oh, let me put this, oh, I can't show you guys, But anyway, so if you want to read the comments, oh, I just got another comment. Oh, I'm scared of the haters coming. Okay. Okay. So there's 40 reviews there. And I believe that 40 out of 40 are positive. I believe 40 out of 40 are positive. So thank you guys so much, and I work so hard because you guys are so smart, and if I make a mistake, you guys catch me and you correct me, and that's fine. Please, if you see that I made a mistake or something like that, you know, you're not a hater if you ask me a question, or you're not a hater if you say, Pearl, did you mean this? You know, you misspoke here. And I'll say, yeah, I'm sorry, or I'll put it in the description, the correction in the description, and, you know, so I try, okay, I try. But I think you guys are extra sweet to me because, you know, the haters are so cruel. You know, they're so cruel. Oh, my God, they are so cruel, and they continue to be cruel. You know, to this day, they continue to be cruel. And so anyway, guys, I believe that's it. I got to go grocery shopping. I got to leave the house and go to the grocery store. And I just thank you guys so very much. And I'll see you next time. But meanwhile, keep Michaeling.